Welcome to Kobu. Today we follow a young hiker who took one wrong turn in the mountains and ended up texting his mother goodbye from the edge of death. The hiker who texted his mom while he was dying. Part 1. The Normal Day. His name was David O'Sullivan. He was 29 years old. He lived in Cork, Ireland. He loved hiking. On August 12, 2021, David told his mom he was going for a walk in the mountains. Just a few hours. He'd be home for dinner. He packed a light bag, water, a jacket, his phone. He kissed his mother goodbye. "See you tonight," he said. Those were the last words she ever heard him speak. Part 2. The Wrong Turn. David knew the trails well. He had hiked them dozens of times. But on this day he took a wrong turn. It happens to experienced hikers more than you'd think. One wrong decision, a path that looks familiar but isn't. The sun shifting, shadows changing. David found himself on a narrow ridge. Steep drops on both sides. Loose gravel beneath his feet. He tried to turn back. That's when he slipped. Part 3. The Fall. David fell 50 feet down a rocky ravine. He survived the impact, but both of his legs were broken. His phone flew out of his pocket and landed 20 feet away. He dragged himself across the rocks. Every movement was agony. It took him over an hour to reach his phone. When he finally grabbed it, he saw the screen was cracked. But it still worked. He had one bar of signal. Part 4. The texts. David couldn't call, but texts were going through. He texted his mother. "David, Mom, I fell, legs broken, need help. Mom, where are you? I'll call 999. David, don't know, lost, in mountains behind house." His mother called emergency services. Rescue teams were dispatched, but the mountains are vast. Finding one person is like finding a needle in a haystack. David's texts continued. "David, so cold, Mom. Mom, they're coming, stay awake, please stay awake. David, tell Dad I love him, tell Sarah I'm sorry." Sarah was his sister. She lived in Australia. David hadn't seen her in 3 years. "Mom, you'll tell her yourself, you're gonna be okay." David, "Mom, I can't feel my feet anymore." Part 5. The Rescue. Rescue teams searched for hours. Helicopters flew over the mountains, but the fog was thick. They couldn't see anything. David's phone battery was dying. "David, Mom, battery at 5%. Mom, save it, don't text, save it for the rescue." "David, what if they don't come?" "Mom, they're coming, I promise." "David, Mom, I'm scared." "Mom, I know baby, I know, I'm here, I'm not leaving." "David, sing to me, like when I was little." His mother sat in her kitchen, alone, and sang into her phone, the same one she sang when David was a child. She sang for 20 minutes. Then David's phone died. Part 6. The Finding. The rescue team searched through the night. At 6:47 a.m., a team member spotted something on the rocks. A jacket. Blue. David's jacket. They found him curled against a boulder. His eyes were closed. His lips were blue. He was alive. Barely. They airlifted him to Cork University Hospital. Doctors worked on him for hours. His body temperature was 28 degrees Celsius. Normal is 37 degrees Celsius. He had been in hypothermia for over 12 hours. His mother waited in the hospital lobby. She hadn't slept, she hadn't eaten, she just sat there, holding her phone, reading his last texts over and over. At 11:23 a.m., a doctor came out to speak with her. Part 7. The Worst News. The doctor sat down next to David's mother. He took her hand. "We stabilized him," he said. But the hypothermia was severe. There was significant tissue damage to his legs. "What does that mean?" she asked. "We had to amputate both of his legs below the knee." David's mother broke down. But here's what she didn't know yet. When David was airlifted, a rescue team member had found his phone. It was still in his pocket. The screen was dark, dead. The team member put it in a bag and gave it to the hospital. 3 days later, when David was stable enough to speak, a nurse charged the phone and handed it to him. David looked at the screen. The last text he had sent was to his mother. But there was something else. A draft, unsent. David had typed it while he was lying on the rocks, waiting to die. His fingers were frozen. His vision was blurry, but he typed it anyway. He never sent it. His phone died before he could. The draft read, "Mom, if I don't make it, thank you for everything. You were the best mom anyone could ask for. Tell Dad I'm sorry for all the fights. Tell Sarah to visit home more. Life is too short. I love you, I love you, I love you. Goodbye." David stared at the screen, then he looked up at the ceiling. He didn't cry, he just whispered, "I almost said goodbye to everyone I love." Conclusion: David O'Sullivan survived. He spent 6 months in the hospital. He learned to walk on prosthetic legs. He moved back in with his mother. Today he hikes again. Shorter trails, slower pace, but he hikes. He never deleted that draft. He keeps it on his phone. He reads it sometimes when he needs to remember how close he came. In an interview last year he said, "I don't fear death anymore. I fear not saying goodbye. I almost made that mistake. Don't make that mistake." His mother still has the texts, she doesn't read them. She can't. But she kept the phone, it sits in a drawer beside her bed, just in case. If this story moved you, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Kobu for more true stories of survival and loss. Thank you for watching.